Shalom, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Hashem Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders, Great Milton, Ruel, and Shalom to the brothers doing the work of sharing truth. It's article on Zero Hedge, and it shows really the extents, Esau's looking to go, pushing, this max, and getting everyone to jump on it, man, because it's like the way they've been pushing it, the levels of incentives, the amount of people that got on board, they're going harder on this thing, than they've done before, and that's kind of that's been the vibe of how these things have been pushed out since the start of the whole pandemic, since the whole lockdown started. That's really been the push. So there's a less hope. So lockdown Americans fatter than ever as Krispy Kreme unveils free donuts for the maxed promo. It says, let's hope Krispy Kreme is working on a vaccine for diabetes because its latest promotion isn't exactly a net positive for the public welfare. The donut maker has announced that starting Monday, anybody who presented proof of vaccination at any Krispy Kreme location can receive one free glazed donut per visit. It says Krispy Kreme is finding ways to be sweet as the US continues to scale C19 vaccinations. To show our support for those who chose to get vaccinated, starting Monday, 22nd of March, anyone who shows their C19 vaccination record card will get a free glazed donut. Original glazed donut. So yeah, it's basically just frying and sweetening the deal. And that's how Esau's kind of lures people in, man. It's basically giving them the viewpoint, the idea that they're getting a deal, they're getting something good out of it. But what they don't realize is this is the thing, is all this promotion, all this people getting it, it's why. So people don't really think about what they're doing, what they're interacting with, what they're engaging with. They don't think about the max. They're just thinking about, oh well, everyone said it's fine. They say it's safe. Your favorite celebrity was on camera getting it, and blah blah blah, and everyone just needs to do their part and blah. So it's actually kind of jokes, because it's push. It's got everyone in so-called accord and unity about this thing. But then it's for what? For for the plans of the elites, man. In a Q&A published on its website, the company explained that the offer is valid to every individual with a valid vaccination record card. Individuals are limited to one donut, but the offer can be redeemed once per day, meaning anyone who receives the C19 vaccine can swing by for a free glazed donut every day between now and the end of the year. The company promised that staff wouldn't try to record or document any customers' vaccination information. There is one catch though: the offer is only valid at participating US locations. Though Krispy Kreme also offered a link for customers to complain about any unanticipated difficulties in receiving their free donuts. What if an individual doesn't want to get vaccinated? Well, they can participate in another much more limited promotion. Here's what Krispy Kreme said. We understand that choosing to receive the C19 vaccine is a highly personal decision. We advise all employees and guests to consult with a healthcare provider regarding whether to obtain a C19 vaccine and which vaccine to receive after reviewing the available information. If you made the personal decision to not receive the vaccine, please visit on Mondays from March till May to receive a free donut and a medium coffee. Fucking jokers. Alright, so it says, judging by the response on social media, the promotion has already succeeded in generating buzz. Though many joked that Krispy Kreme was trying to swap one public health crisis for another. I said, what if you didn't have a comorbidity before? They're gonna need another vaccine for diabetes. And obesity is one of the primary factors that affects your response to C. And these fuckers are giving away a donut a day if you're vaccinated. Everything is so dumb. Yeah, it's kind of funny because it's like people will just be like, "Oh, look, it's great. They're just, they're just trying to help." I'm like, y'all ain't thinking about anything, and that's really like that's really how I was looking. It's like these men are not actually putting together the pieces to realize like what's going down. Because it's just like, hold on, why is this getting pushed so hard? And it's like, yeah, I'm talking about side effects. They said blood clots, and they stopped using the Oxford AstraZeneca and a bunch of countries, but they're saying, oh no, it's definitely safe. These men even finished the trial, like it's still in testing because it's that hot off the press. So given that, you then have to think like, what's going on? Why is the push so hard? But people don't think. This is what I see people on this website actually getting mad at Krispy Kreme for offering free donuts, like people have no agency and responsibility in their own decisions. Twitter is so dumb. Yeah, that's the other thing as well, is like everyone's basically on they're getting molded into that mindset of just wanting the government to do everything, basically take care of every basically to make them feel forever safe. That's really what it is, because that's what they've been molded since. Like really, it's peaked since 9/11, to where people have had the threat and fear of terror, basically pumped out to them through every form of every form of media, TV, movies, all these different media. That's, you go around, you watch the news, all that's being reported on is just like, look how at risk you are, look how dangerous everything is. Look, the government needs to do X, Y, Z, and it's worked, and it's continued to work. And people are cheering because why? These guys love this kingdom, they love this system, and they want it to continue to go on, no matter what the cost is for that to be so. But this is where they're going to find themselves in a bind. Psalms 55:21 says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Yeah, so they'll basically they're like Esau's, selling it like this is the ultimate upside. It's nothing but promotion. It's nothing but good things, essentially. They're gonna come from it. But what I don't realize is that's completely like this man is Esau. Well, let me go up a verse. Verse 55:20. Psalms 55:20 says, he have put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He have broke his covenant. Esau's track record is not being peaceful, especially to Jake. Like, Jake should know there's history in the history of Jake in America, of basically, Esau pushing all kinds of diseases into these different Jake communities, without their consent. Which is why for you to then just, bend over backwards, backflip and land on one finger and be willing to do anything, to get this max and whatever Esau pushes out there, that shows that you guys are completely unaware of what's going on. You don't know the nature of the man you're dealing with. And that's what's gonna bite you in the ass, because that's Esau's nature. It's like, what? It's that perpetual hatred, man. And that's why Esau's going to such lengths to get what? To get Jake, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Shalom. Shalom.